So, we're back. So for those of you who weren't here last year, to illustrate what happened, this was not an 18-plus panel last year. So I want you to know that the con staff actually reached out to me after Anime North Yeticon wrapped and said, "So Mike, that was a really great event you ran. Thank you. It needs to be 18-plus next year." For those of you who remember what happened last year, and were here, and part of the decisions that were made in the room over there, you're the reason we're not in that room this year. For those of you who are blissfully ignorant and are wondering what could have happened, go watch it on YouTube. All right, youtube.com/D20Live, D20 Live versus the audience. And I don't want to spoil it because we made a deal that if I somehow did not get canceled out of this convention for what we did last year, your player character would be the antagonist this year. We're back! Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all of you beautiful people who don't fit into either of those categories, welcome back to D20 Live! Now, as you may or may not know, D20 Live is a tabletop streaming channel where we play tabletop games and everything very often goes wrong. However, last year, because I couldn't get players together, we did a format called D20 Live versus the audience, where in the audience, you generate a character and you go through a scenario and you let your ids talk. And I was the victim. So, with that all in mind, and I am done whinging, we have to build a character tonight. So, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you two categories. You are going to tell me which one's more important by yelling, and that's why it's so important for me to get your feedback and for you all to be loud and vocal. Can I hear you crying out for something you love? Can I get you crying out for something you don't want? I'm going to suffer. So, here's what I did last year, and it was so good I kept it. I found a way that within 3 questions, we could make you a character class on the fly. Is that brilliant? Yes. Is it genius? Yes. Did I still suffer? Yes. I'm not done whinging, apparently. I saw a therapist. Okay. So first of all, I want you to imagine the character you want to play today. Are they more offensive or defensive? So offensive, defensive. I'm hearing more offensive. So the 4 basic pillars of tabletop role-playing games are physical, magical, social, and crime. So I'm going to hear which one you like the best for that. Physical?
Yeah.
Were you here last year?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Magic. Social. Crime. Yeah! It's last year!
I thought we were the antagonists.
We're going to try and diversify this a little bit. What is the second thing you are good at out of those 4 pillars? Is it being physical? Is it magic? Is it being social? I heard magic. Okay. You have chosen the class of the monk. Now that might have puzzled a lot of you because you're used to a 5e monk. That's not the monk we built today. We have built a Fist of the North style monk. Does anyone know what Fist of the North Star is? Yeah. Okay. That was a bit of a mixed reaction. For those of you who don't know, Fist of the North Star is a martial arts manga set in a post-apocalyptic world where a guy can just poke someone in the forehead and they explode. It gets ostensibly out of control, so you are monk assassins. Your class skill, we're going to call the Assassin's Touch or the Assassin's Fist. So this is your ability to hit someone and it will cause them bodily harm of your choice, okay? And because you chose crime, and specifically sneaking as your top skill, we're going to put that at a 10. And we're going to give you 2 skills at 5. Let's see here. As a monk assassin, what's another skill we should give this character to make them function as a human? We should give them some combat ability. Just basic combat, hand-to-hand, and...
Deception.
Lying? Okay. That is it. So we have basically made the same character as last year, except last year the group of you made a poisoner. Yeah, I know. Some of you remember. And that person proceeded to poison and try to sleep with everyone in the adventure. So, we got to figure out what our personality is. Are we more brave or cowardly? So, brave? Cowardly. Okay, all right. Now, do we believe in things being lawful? Do we believe in order, or do we believe in... Do we believe in anarchy? Do we embrace anarchy? I hate that this question made it back on here this year. Are we... All right, I need y'all to be cool about this. Are we chaste or are we horny on main? All right, so chaste. Horny on main. Wow, what the... Okay, cool. All right. I'm proud of you. You're growing as people. Last thing for character generation, I promise. The part of this adventure is we are traveling to a place called the Cerulean Mountains. Which may be just a stand-in for Blue Mountain. Why are we here?
To kill someone.
Now, are we running from something, or are we going to the mountain for a reason? So are we running from something? We going to the mountain for a specific reason? Okay, I've got 4 reasons. I'm going to list them off, okay? Relaxing, finding love, money, revenge. I would normally give you another pass at that, but fuck it, we bought it. We're here for revenge! Someone wronged us! How did they wrong us? Oh my god, it's always sex. I heard they fucked our, and the rest of you started laughing. May I... I was gonna ask, did they rob us? Did they kill someone important to us? But no, this is all about sex, so fuck it. So, okay, did I hear correctly? They fucked... I'm never gonna be mentioned in the same sentence as Matt Mercer, and that's my life. Okay, alright, they fucked our brother? Oh, mother! Oh, it's a motherfucker, I see. Did Mom not like it? Is that where we're going with this?
We didn't like it.
Oh, we didn't? Oh, okay. So, who has an idea for why this is a problem? Yes, you.
It was consensual with the mother, but we didn't like it.
Why, hang on, why didn't we like it? Purple?
We don't want a new step-parent.
Oh! We don't want to lose our sick race car bed and be told to move out. Is that what I'm hearing? All right, okay.
She's still married.
Oh, she's still married? Are we all okay with that? My editor, who has decided not to be here for this, is going to see these notes get typed up in the recording after and go, what the fuck?
Sorry, Dan. We love you, Dan. Love you, Dan.
Love you, Dan.
Can I get a sorry, Dan?
Sorry, Dan.
You're welcome. And the dad's sick.
Father's Day's tomorrow, man. He's supposed to retire today. I mean, that gives the reason why.
Dark. What was it, a competition? Just like, oh, well, fuck it. We're better than last year. Fuck this shit.
The backstory is tragic.
Stop it. All right, do you want that? Do you want the father to be
Yes.
sick?
Yeah.
I know that is not enough to be...
Good reason why she did it, because,
I get you like it. Does the rest of the audience like it? Okay, it's mixed. We're gonna leave it for now. It was an affair, okay? So here's our intro. It took you years to track down that bastard, but now you have them. They'll be at the Cerulean Mountain Resort in a few days. You can track them down and kill them. once and for all. You arrive at the gorgeous Cerulean Mountain Resort. It is a resort for nothing but the elite, the upper class of society. This is a place where adventurers who don't die get to go to relax and do whatever the hell they want. They say you can get any vice you want in the Cerulean Mountain Resort. Do any of you, before you arrive at this resort, want to try and maybe research what's going on?
No.
Maybe figure out the backstory? Maybe do some learning or education? Maybe not say no to me 3 times?
Maybe study vital points of the human body.
Vital points of the human body.
We can fist the best to kill something.
You already know how to do that. You have the Assassin's Fist.
Yeah, I know, but I want to know how to do it better.
So you want to raise your stats before the adventure even starts. Right after character creation. What game master is going to let you do that?
A nice.
No. 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 So we're just going to roll up to the front desk. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Can we maybe figure out where his room is? This guy that we're trying to come find, or woman we didn't really classify?
Okay, let's figure it out. Let's describe the person upon whom we are trying to get revenge. Are they male? Female?
Yeah.
Non-binary? Why do you guys always pick non-binary villains? I don't get that.
Warforged.
Warforged. Okay, we hadn't gotten to what ancestry this person had, but I'm saying, oh god, it can work. You've never been to this. Welcome to D20 Live versus the audience. We are contemplating the need of a warforged to break up a marriage. 2 people, you guys know 2 people literally just walked into this panel and have no idea what happened in the last 5 minutes. So let me get this straight. Our reason for coming to the mountain is we are getting revenge on the person who slept with our mother while they were still married to our father, and we have all agreed that that person should be a warforged. Hang on, that was not unanimous enough for my liking on this crazy horse that I'm piloting. All right, do we want them to be a warforged? Okay, we'll take it. They are a non-binary warforged. Do we have a personality that we want to use? As show of hands, does anyone have a personality they want to put in this warforged? Or am I just Dominatrix. A dominatrix warforged. I'm going to put in more restrictions next year. We have a name. Does anyone have a name? Show of hands. Who has a name? Better name than Bob. Come on. Anyone got a name for our home-wrecking warforged?
Damina?
Damina, the dominatrix warforged. Do you all like that?
It's on the nose enough to be great.
So, we are seeking revenge on Damina, the warforged non-binary who wrecked our parents' marriage. Okay, cool. Got it. So how do you want to approach this place? I heard someone mention that they want to try and find where this person is first. Now, to get that information, logically, you would go to the front desk at the hotel. Now, how are you going to all approach the front desk? Are you going to kick open the door like a pack of rabid maniacs going, where is he, like Batman? Or are you going to sneak in? So, bullheaded or sneak in? Bullheaded?
Yeah.
Sneak in. That's good. We're using our stats. We're going to roll for it. So, rather than going in through the front door, which makes no sense if you're sneaking, you start kiting around the exterior of the Cerulean Mountain Resort. And as you do so, you notice something very unusual about the building. There's no back door to it. There are windows, which you are easily able to open up and get into and make your way into the building. But there's no rear staff entrance of any kind. There's no back door of any kind. Stop laughing. In fact, and this is the weird thing, it doesn't look like there's any garbage disposal of any kind in the back either. Half of you were here last year, you know why that is, but for the rest of you, maybe you could be enticed. All right? So you get in and you arrive at the front desk and you find it empty. There is a bell on the front desk which has a little sign in front of it that says ring for assistance. Any of you want to ring the bell?
It says ring for assistance.
You're all having an argument. No! We're we're sneaking. We're not going to sneak in and go, ding, and run. Like, okay. I will point out you are trying to find Domina. The information on what room they're in should be at the front desk, which you are at. So in theory, it would be counterproductive to ring the bell to bring staff to you while you're trying to find this information. Your hand is up. What's up?
You didn't say what the limitations of our, like, you said we can hit people with our monk ability and do damage to them, but you didn't say what the limitations of that are.
That depends on how well you roll.
Okay, but there are no limits then? Could we inflict confusion?
Where are you going with this? Because you opened that up to the whole audience, and half of these people just went, can we punch him and make him horny? I can hear your thoughts. I can hear all your thoughts. I can hear all your thoughts. You all want to punch people and give boners. I know you. Do you know what fucking Pandora's box you opened?
You consider that damage?
But we're chased. We cannot be
I'm thinking like we're slapping this guy and he's confused and we ask him who that guy is and he thinks we're like his boss or something.
I will set DCs for how hard this stuff should be. The more complicated a thing you guys want to do, the higher the DC will be for it. So if you want to hit someone and knock them out, that won't be a high DC, because that's just punching a person in the face. If you want to punch someone in a place where they gain the ability, they suddenly will only tell you the truth, more complicated. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now that you have a plan, do you want to hit the bell? Actually, I'm going to make you all do an awareness check, and since that's not a skill that any of you have, let's see if you guys notice it. You didn't notice anything unusual about this hotel. By the way, the DC was 7. However, because you rolled a 6, you can hear the sounds of someone being seduced in the office room nearby. And as you ring the bell, someone comes out. They are also non-binary, because that's what we picked last year. And they are quickly adjusting their suit and getting everything back into place. Says, hello, how can I help you? This person is going to attempt to seduce you. Because that's...
We're chased.
Then the DC is going to be very high. It's going to be a very interesting roll-off now, isn't it? So we have to beat a 16 to not be seduced by this person.
We are chased.
I don't have anything on your character sheet that says you get any bonuses to not being seduced. But I'll be nice and add your deception modifier. Is that fair?
Yeah.
You are enraptured by the person that has approached you. And they say, hello there, my name is Frederick von... What the fuck did you name this piece of shit? I am Frederick the Brave. This is what we named the character last year. And I find you enticing. Please, come to the back with me. I'm sure whatever concerns you have won't be that big a deal. And because you didn't roll that well, you are being escorted to the back. Now, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to try and case the area. So what do you guys want to do to try and get out of this? You can choose to try and see if you can see what rooms are occupied. You can just straight up try to punch Frederick the Brave in the face. Or you can make a run for it. Get information. Punch Frederick. Run like a cow. You all said that with the exact same equal intensity. Get information. Punch Frederick. Run. All right, we're getting... 2 of them were good. Okay, so you're going to try and sneak some information. We're going to use your stealth skill. Okay? All right? But you're lost in Frederick's eyes. We're going to have you try and hit Frederick. 13. So as you're looking around going, oh man, I don't notice anything, you chop him in the neck. And Frederick proceeds to start coughing badly. We have now chopped Frederick in the neck rather than being seduced by him. Do you want to make sure... You have 2 options. You can make sure he's okay or attempt to tie him up. So who wants to make sure he's okay? Who wants to tie him up? All right. There's a weird split in the audience this year. Oh, you Gewalt. 50. You have successfully tied Frederick up. Are you going to throw him in the back room?
Seduce him back.
You're chased. You can't do that. That was a character option you all blacked out. Do you want to leave him there, or do you want to throw him in the back room? Leave him there?
Yeah.
Throw him in the back room.
Yeah.
As you open the door to throw him in the back room, you find the person he had seduced before you, and they look very confused as you hurl a body onto them and shut the door. And as you listen to the door afterwards, you hear, "Oh, Frederick, I didn't know you were into that. Okay." And you are now free to try and find the person who ruined your marriage, your parents' marriage.
Warforged. They're made of metal.
Warforged are typically made of whatever people have hanging around. They can be made of wood, clay, stone, or metal. I was going to assume it was going to be a metal and stone clay hybrid.
We have a metal detector?
No, we do not have a metal detector in this fantasy setting. That makes no sense.
You're telling me we have no magic that can do that?
Did we give you magic? Did any of you pick magic? Oh shit, you guys did pick magic.
Are you okay?
No! Alright, so you want to try and conjure you have a magical ability to detect metal to try and find Domina. Do I have that right? Yeah. Rather than looking through the ledger book of information of people staying. Yes.
A suggestion, can we just listen for clanking?
Into all of the rooms, so
Can we use some magnets?
Okay, alright, I've got 4 options now, and that's going to load you guys down. So, you make a magic spell of some kind to find Frederick, either by detecting metal or finding out who's in what, or listening in the room, okay? Making magic. I will remind you, we have no magic stat. Or, we can look at the ledger. Magic or looking at the ledger? Let's boil it down. Magic?
Yeah.
Reading the ledger. That was louder. We're going to read the ledger. Okay, so after initial reading of the ledger, there is somewhat... Now, here's the thing. You don't see the name Domina in the ledger, all right? But you do see that everyone has a different handwriting style. And one of those handwriting styles looks like someone was printing it in there. You know, because a robot would be very mechanical. Does anyone have a suggestion? What is Domina's fake name that they're using while they're here? Stop it. At the back, you were faster.
Alicia Montoya.
Alicia Montoya. Alicia Montoya. Like Inigo Montoya, but Alicia. All right. What's up?
Animod.
Animon?
Animod.
Animod? Oh, it's... All right. Alicia Montoya? Or Domina backwards? All right, they are in room 305, so you know where they are. How do you want to approach their room? We can go in sneakily, or we can come up with a clever plan of lies, or we can just come in and fight them. Okay, so sneaking, lies, fighting. We're sneaking. High, they know who you are. Low, they don't. Okay, high or low. Fair? Oh, they know who you are. They so know who you are.
They know where we went to school.
Yeah. So,
Did we ever establish our age?
No.
Were we around back when this happened?
all I said was years ago. I've left it nebulous. I assume over 25, just for the sake of my own moral center.
I just mean, if it's been longer than 25 years, then how do they know who we are at this point?
Because the dice said so. I'm going by that. Yeah.
Can we wear a disguise?
You guys chose to sneak in, not come up with a... You asked if we could wear a disguise. I said come up with a lie, which would have included a disguise, or if you were going to sneak in. You guys chose sneaking. We're sneaking in. So how do we want to sneak in? We can go in from the outside of the hotel or the inside of the hotel. I know what's going to happen in each one. Outside the hotel. Inside the hotel. All right. You stole a housekeeping trolley. I find it funny. Fuck you. And you have taken some random food and shoved it on top of a platter and put a little covering on top of the platter. And you've rolled it up to their room, knocked on the door, and have hidden in the cart. The door opens, and through the skirting of the cart, you can see a pair of mechanical legs. What do you want to do? Does anyone have any suggestions on how to proceed?
How close are we to this person?
I would say you're within a foot You are within a foot of Domina.
Jump out of the car, look him in the eyes, and say, "You fucked my mother."
And you?
Do we happen to have any like strong magnets on us, or like
Strong magnets?
or like can we use like some kind of spell for like as a magnet?
Okay. We haven't marked that you. At no point did any of you come up with the idea to grab magnets in the point when I gave you at the beginning of the adventure to do research, which y'all shat on that one. You can attempt to roll to make a magic spell to create magnetism, which sounds insane, or you can just straight up do the "you fucked my mother, prepare to die." So, what's up?
We just slap them and give them some kind of really bad affliction.
That's kind of already what the first category was going to be.
Disease.
How do you give disease to a warforged? Can I ask that question? Oh, rust. I'm sorry. I lacked imagination. Rust. I'm sorry. I'm the one with no imagination here. Yeah. I'm fucking piloting this ship at crazy. All right, hang on. I got more hands. What's up?
Is there anything on the trolley that we could use?
There is a clochette, which is I think is the proper term for a covering on top of a plate. The plate itself, fork and knife, and whatever accoutrements you would have wanted to put on it.
Can we just stay in and wait for her to bring the cart into the room?
All right, so we have 3 choices. I've heard spell, speech and punching with afflictions, or stay under the cart. Okay, so spell, speech and punching, stay under the cart. We're staying under the cart. The cart is brought into the room, but there's someone else in the room. I wasn't going there. You all went there real fast. So high or low? High or low for the mother. You decide if it's high or low for the mother.
Can the other side be the dad?
Low? Okay. Low. If it's low, if it's 10 or under, it's the mom, okay? Are you all ready? Are y'all proud of your decisions? It's motherfucking low.
Is our dad there too?
High or low?
But he's
All of you are going to parties tonight, and you're going to be like, guys, D20 Live doesn't give a fuck. The dude at the top, man, we made him cry. We watched a robot bang our mom and dad. It was nuts.
So if they're both there, we were there for revenge, but at this point it seems kind of consensual at this point. Are we going to forgive them, or are we still mad?
I don't know what you're going to say here.
I don't know.
Secret intervention?
Is he actually a therapist? Is he a therapist this whole time?
We only have 7 minutes left. None of you have approached the plot that I wrote. Yes, there's a plot here involving what was going on here. We're not going to get to it. I need you all to know that we've abandoned that plot. We're now resolving our parents' marriage. Who is the intervention for? Is it for our parents, the Warforged, or us? Our parents, the Warforged, us. The curtain is pulled off the cart dramatically. Domina, your parents are sitting in chairs around you. Child, we're concerned. You've spent the last several years seeking revenge for someone we hired for something during our anniversary. And we know this has troubled you a great deal. Oh, come on in. This car crash is about to hit. We know this has troubled you now for some time. But we want you to know that we love you. Domina, do you have anything to say?
Before Domina speaks, I would like to Assassin's Fist her and say, "You're not my mom or dad!"
Do we want to just punch Domina? Show of hands. All right.
We are emotionally constipated.
Let's roll some happens. Oh, shit! All right. So, all right. Did we put an effect on that fist?
Fist of the North Star.
I did. Did we put an effect on that fist? Okay. Are we doing this to injure or to afflict? Injure or afflict? Injure? Afflict. All right. I'm going to go real fast. Afflict like a disease or afflict, we want to make them look stupid. Disease? Stupid. Here's what happens. You jump up, spring out, striking the pressure point of Domina, thus resetting their programming. Thus, they now think they are an animal. Can someone give me an animal real quick? Show of hands. What? Seagull? You okay with that? They now think they are a seagull. And now that you have gotten your revenge, despite the fact that this is your intervention, you have a choice. Do you go home safely with your parents or flee into the mountains? Go home with your parents? Flee into the mountains. And with that, I conclude this year's adventure. I want you all to know that you accomplished nothing. The greater mystery of the Cerulean Mountain has not been resolved. What's up?
What was the plot supposed to be?
Come back and find out next year. Email Yeticon and say, we wanted to know what the plot was. Make him come back next year. So if you enjoyed this and you want it to be longer, please email or politely notify the convention. Tell them that you want the event to be longer so we can have a lot more fun. And if you want to know what the backstory for this was, you can go to youtube.com/D20Live, look up D20 Live versus the audience, and you will find out how we got to this point. Thank you, Yeticon. Have a good weekend.